What's up? This is your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another video. This particular video is talking about Giancarlo Esposito pitched to be the next Professor X, and did Rosario Dawson actually leak a little bit too early about the new Punisher series? Let's talk about it. But the real question is, are you ready?
I have not worked for Marvel yet. I've been in a room with them and talked to them. I'm gonna go and put it out in the universe that it is Professor X. And I love Patrick Stewart, who played that role, and I think they want to re-envision it. It turns out that they may be ready sooner than later to do that. I think they're not quite ready for Magneto or Freeze. So, you know, I'm hoping that when they are ready to do Xavier X, that they'll be talking to me, and I'll make myself happy in all of you.
Alright, so we just seen the pitch from Giancarlo Esposito pitching to be the next Professor X, and I'm gonna just give my thoughts on it. This is one thing that I really like about him, because I remember him way back on Do the Right Thing, and to see where his career has gone since I was 10 years old is absolutely amazing. And for me, I particularly believe that he'll be a great Professor X. He plays awesome bad guy characters, you know, and the show The Boys, where he was Stan Eckert, was absolutely amazing. He was in Breaking Bad and other media, so he will be an excellent character to excellent person to be the character of Professor X in the MCU. Now, I know a lot of people saying, why do you whitewash characters? Now you're blackwashing characters, you're flip-flopping characters, and this that, and the other, you know, in this media. Well, the problem is that when you look at all the mainstay characters of the MCU from their original origins, we're talking about the Fantastic Four, we're talking about the X-Men, we're talking about the original X-Men team, we're talking about Daredevil, all these other people, the majority, and when I say the majority, 99% of the heroes were white. The only black superhero that we actually had that was actually a main character was Black Panther, that came in 1966. The rest of the characters were actually white. So when you start talking about, you know, these characters and why are you blackwashing them and stuff like that, I get it, but Marvel, it was a time period, you know, there was no, you know, different variations of characters from different ethnicities and stuff like that. There were literally, everybody was white, because the main breeder at that particular time in the 1960s were white people. So they had to reflect the people at the time, plus the civil rights movement, things that was going on, aka racism. There you go. So with Giancarlo Esposito, a lot of people saying that, well, you know, how does the story fit? Well, going back and reading history.com, when Stan Lee and Jack Kirby was creating these characters, this was at the height of the civil rights movement. So they took a lot of inspiration, not directly, but the ideologies of both Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and used them to formulate these characters.
X-Men, dated metaphor for racism in the 60s. So, respect.
So when you're seeing these pitch ideologies, you can actually turn back in the civil rights movement, which actually Stan Lee in his soapbox actually talked about in some of those, you know, those articles at the end of his comics. So the civil rights movement was a big component of the X-Men. So that's why you start talking about humans that didn't like mutants, and the stories that went on with it, all the way up to Chris Claremont's writings about the X-Men. So I believe that this will be an excellent starting point for a new imagined X-Men, because, you know, that character could be able to talk about some of the things he saw and why he got with this ideology. So yes, I do believe that he'll be a great, you know, Professor X. A lot of people want to, you know, would like to cast him as like Dr. Doom, you know, he mentioned Magneto. He also mentioned in the video Dr. Freeze. I think he meant Mr. Freeze over in DC. So he's being tugged everywhere, and I think it'll be an excellent pull for Marvel to actually get Giancarlo Esposito. They already have him in Disney over at the Star Wars universe. As Moff Gideon. I mean, the man's incredible. So would I like it? Absolutely. I'm giving this one the thumbs up. I hope he gets cast anyway. I don't want to see him as a villain again. I would like to see him as someone who is a protagonist instead of an antagonist. So, all right. So the next story was Rosario Dawson actually came out in this panel, and I actually don't have the source of where this was at, but she goes off and says that she would love to be in the next Punisher series since she wasn't in there, and they're getting ready to create a new Punisher series that she would like to be in there. Well, I think she jumped the gun just a little bit because Marvel actually hasn't announced that there's a new Punisher series coming out. They just announced Daredevil, and we believe that Jessica Jones is going to be in there. Maybe, hopefully, Luke Cage will be in there. I want them to recast Iron Fist, but I would love for John Brydenthal to come back as the Punisher. The Punisher was an amazing series. It's a little longer than what I would like because of her hour-long series, and I think the last one was like 13 episodes or whatever, and it's a long 13 episodes. So was the show great? Yes. Season 2 was season 2. It was started off good, and then it got kind of towards the end, but it was still a great show. So would I would like to see it? Absolutely. So what do you guys think? Make sure to comment below. Would you like Giancarlo Esposito in the MCU, and who would you cast him at? Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I'm absolutely blown away by the new subscribers that came in. So if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. Continue to hit that thumbs up. Continue to hit, make sure you like, share, subscribe to this. Make sure you hit the bell notification, the bell icon, so you can never miss one of my videos. And again, next time, peace and vibe higher.
This is Stan Lee coming at you. Want you to know, Marvel has always been and always will be a reflection of the world right outside our window. That world may change and evolve, but the one thing that will never change is the way we tell our stories of heroism. Those stories have room for everyone, regardless of their race, gender, religion, or color of their skin. The only things we don't have room for are hatred, intolerance, and bigotry. That man next to you, he's your brother. That woman over there, she's your sister. And that kid walking by, hey, who knows? He may have the proportionate strength of a spider. We're all part of one big family, the human family, and we all come together in the body of Marvel. And you're part of that family. You're part of the Marvel universe that moves ever upward and onward to greater glory.